Connected Hearts. This movie is showing on Chukudubem TV. A recap of this movie talks about a young couple. The man always abuses this woman, but this woman is the provider, sole provider in this relationship. She always complains to her friend, then her friend introduced her to her own brother, and that was how this girl and the brother linked up and became an item. The ex, who is the abuser, came back and pleaded. This movie is a little bit twisted. You have to watch it to understand how this movie goes. What I like about this movie, this is the storyline I really enjoy so much. There was a plot twist I did not see coming. Yeah, a movie with a twinkle of plot twist, because we normally do not get the best on YouTube when it comes to movies. Only few, like just a grain salt of few producers that give us something worth watching on YouTube. So when I see a movie with a twinkle little of plot twist, I really do appreciate it all the time. So yeah, this movie had a plot twist, and trust me when I say this was worth watching. Connected Heart, you have to watch this movie. The storyline is really interesting. I mean, the cast were only 4, but you will not even feel it that they were only 4 in this movie. You see what I mean? Sometimes it's the cast, even if they are not many, and the storyline is good, the actors are on board, you definitely enjoy it. This storyline is worth watching. If you haven't seen it, you need to watch it. Connected Hearts, showing on Chukudubem TV. Let's talk cast. These faces are not really popular on YouTube, so a lot of people do not value them. I don't want to say value, but like do not really watch their movies. But these are people who are underrated, and they are so good. King Aaron was the abuser in this movie. He was so good, unemployed but very pompous. His pride is up there, his ego is up here. Like, he was so fantastic in his role. I enjoy him so much. He was in his element. Seems like he wanted to play this role long time and he wasn't given the chance. So when he got the chance, he was like, yes, I am coming with full force. I enjoy his character in this movie. Then Lydia Loris was also another fantastic standout actor in this movie, or actress in this movie. She was really good, really good. I enjoy her character. Then Alex Cross and Tessie, these two were siblings in this movie. They were the supporting cast, and I mean, they were pretty good as well. But Lydia and King Aaron, they stood out for me. I enjoyed them so much in this movie, and their acting were on point. They delivered their role so much. Acting was just super good for this movie. Then we talk about the plot twist that this movie had. Like I said earlier on, this movie, the storyline is interesting. Then in addition to the plot twist, that just make it stand out for me, and I really like that. A movie with a plot twist, you are always going to get me there praising that movie. So yeah, Connected Heart had that. So I like that this movie had a plot twist. I don't tell you, just go out there and watch this movie. In case you haven't seen it, you should watch it. Then next thing I like about this movie is costume. Like I said, they had only 4 casts, so why wouldn't they invest in costume for just 4 people? Yeah, so costume was on point. Makeup, hair, outfit for all 4 of them, and they dressed accordingly. Alex Cross in this movie, he was rich, he was working, he was good looking, and his casual wear were on point. Like, what more can I ask for? Then we talk about Lydia, hair, makeup, outfit, like the sexy, decent, casual, like, and she was working as well. So you can, the feet were just sexual appealing outfit that she was wearing, and they were decent, but you could just see how good looking they were. Tess was also good looking. Then Aaron, he was unemployed, but you could see that, I mean, he's not on the street, he's not in the trenches, so he looked decent, and I like that. Costume for me, I like the costume in this movie. Then we talk about cinematography. Oh, this was another thing that I like so much. Cinematography, I hardly praise this YouTube producer, so when I see the one that I like, I always do praise it. This movie had a top-notch cinematography. Like the color grading for it was so on point. You could see each color. This movie just pop. If it is red, black, even in the dark scenes were so on point. The sharpness of the video quality. I think in one of my reviews I said that if you are not going to be investing in location, invest in another aspect of the movie. Is it editor? Employ a good editor for your movie. We are going to get a very fantastic cinematography. Is it costume? Invest in that. Is it sound? If you are using music, we are tired of the boring YouTube sound. If you are not investing in one aspect, invest in another part. Like you can't have everything in 000. No. So yeah, I like that. Cinematography was really nice for this movie. Those are the things I like about this movie. What I don't like about this movie, I'll talk about location, just like I just said in a few seconds ago, that if you're not investing here, you should invest there. So they invested in costume, cinematography, and good acting and sound. So location will be a problem. And why will location be a problem? Because they were just 4 cast members. So it's like each couple or each houses for Alex and then for the girl who was working. So but it wasn't boring. That is the point of this, what I'm saying. Despite the fact that it was just 4 cast members and then the location was just 2 places, or I think 3, it was not boring. But again, like I said, location was just 2 places, so that's kind of boring if you want to look at it, or if somebody outside YouTube want to criticize it, give it a hard critique, the person will definitely mention location. So location also, this brings me to the point that they did not make good use of the houses they were using. It was only the hall, and then maybe bedroom. That is what they used for each houses. Bedroom, hall the time. Everything was just happening in one place. And that is kind of boring and not challenging yourself as a producer or whoever was in charge of this movie. That was kind of boring. Like, use the house, make good use of the location. Is it kitchen that you are supposed to be fighting? Is it backyard? Is it the compound where you're parking the car? Like, where is it? The corridor? Is it the terrace? Like, use the house. Why is it only bedroom and hall? Like, it's getting boring, guys. So yeah, that was something that I do not like about this movie. Then I want to talk about the length. This movie is quite long. Like I said, it had a plot twist, but the plot twist wasn't that huge or lengthy that the movie has to be 2 hours plus. And I'm like, nah, it didn't deserve that. I enjoyed the plot twist, but it's super long. That was something that I do not like about this movie. Lastly, I want to talk about the size. Size is frame size. This movie has a very tiny frame size, and that is annoying for me. I don't like it. I hate it. Trash it. Then I want to talk about the cast. Like I said, it's just 4 cast members. This one is not really a point, but I would just want to point it out there. There are only 4 cast members in this movie, but again, it's not boring. So if you haven't watched Connected Heart showing on Chukudubem, do well to watch. And on that note, I'll rate this movie a 4/10. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you all in the next movie review.